today, and someone suggested I email a professor from the just a professor. So I did not go to the UW Seattle. I went to the Bothell one, but I emailed the Seattle one anyway because why not?
Right.
And so now they're doing the virtual classes, but they're meeting like once a quarter or once a week in person. So I should do that too, but I have to find a group to meet with. Like I'm part of a meetup for filming. I do that for fun, and basically that's what I'm doing now until I get another job that where I can actually where they put me to work.
Right.
Yeah, so you were working at Best Buy, and what happened to that?
I was working at Cisco, and I was hosting events at the Best Buy Technology Center. They were a sponsor of that.
Oh, okay.
And, yeah. And I actually absolutely loved my job at Cisco. Everything was really great, but sometimes opportunities pop up, and sometimes you have to move forward with those opportunities.
Yeah, definitely. That's funny because I used to work for a company, Intermedia at CSG, and our competitor was Cisco, the Meraki. Does that sound
Yeah.
familiar?
Yes,
Yeah,
it
so
does.
yeah, so I was selling VoIP systems to companies, and even within my company where I was hired CSG, I was working next to my competitor because they had Cisco in there too, and they had yeah, so I was working next to my competitor at my own company. Isn't that interesting?
That is that would be a little bit awkward, but I'm sure you all come to an agreement. Like it is okay. We can make this work and work together.
Yeah. So where do you work at now?
I work at a small company called Cloudinary that is based in San Francisco and also in Israel. It's an Israeli company.
Oh, okay, yeah. And whereas, what made you want to work there?
They reached out to me and well, they reached out to someone who reached out to me and said, "Hey, I know about this opportunity and I have a rule where I never say no, and I always check out all opportunities, whether it's a job or whether it's just networking or like this situation, anything. Like I always just check it out and see what it's about,
But
and you never know.
they pay you more, right? Though you didn't take a job cut.
Well,
You didn't take a job cut either, did you?
that's definitely information I won't disclose, but
Okay.
I'm very happy with where I'm at.
Okay. And you moved also?
I'm still in the same place. I live here in north of Seattle.
Oh, okay. And so did you take the job offer right before the pandemic?
This was a year and a half ago, so
Oh,
I've been
okay.
there for a while.
Yeah. So did you have to make any adjustments because of this, or did you take the remote position?
There has been slight adjustments. Like a few, like in December last year, I was talking about, oh man, like I'm really tired of traveling. It is so exhausting, and I want to cut back on that. But I still had a lot of events that I had to go to, and then the pandemic happened, and then all of a sudden, all travel was cut. And I've been addicted to traveling for work, and it's been part of who I am in my life for like the last 8 years. So it's just like making me feel anxious, like, oh my god, like I have to go somewhere, I have to take an airplane, I have to just go somewhere. And now that I've been home for a couple months, like I'm now getting used to it. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. I want to be home every day. And now I'm going to try to keep it that way and try to and with developer relations, like it's easy to keep a majority of tasks all virtual. It doesn't have to be in person. In-person events is a bonus. It's extra.
Uh-huh. And so when's your next in-person event?
Right now, none.
Oh, okay. And with the new startup that you're working with, it's a startup or
They've been in business for maybe 9 years now, maybe 9 years. But I call it a startup because it's a smaller company than Cisco.
uh-huh.
But I would say they're like a medium-sized company. We're at about 260 employees.
Oh, okay. Yeah, when I was working for a CSG, it wasn't a startup, but it definitely felt like one. And I had coworkers who were working remotely, like in other parts of the world, and they had a good job. They were getting paid nicely, and um, we got to use our technology, which was VoIP. So I got to talk to them over the internet.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. And yeah. Anyway, so that company ended up relocating to a different state. And so everyone was offered a remote position, and I decided to move with the company. And yeah, so now I'm working for the YWCA, but I'm currently not working at the moment. I'm currently looking for another job, and working at CSG, I was paid a lot more working at other companies, and I just took a pay cut just to keep busy, just to keep working, and I wasn't happy.
Yeah, like if I had to take a pay cut, like I would by default not feel happy about that because when you make more, you adjust to that lifestyle, you
Yeah.
adjust to making that every 2 weeks or every month, whatever, and it's just kind of like a stab. But it all depends on the situation too.
Well, either way, it's a
judge of that.
Yeah. Either way, it's a stab because even if you get paid more, there's other challenges that come up. For instance, I was offered a management position, and I had to manage employees, and some of them did not follow the rules. Like one of the rules was no purses or nor backpacks on this while you're working, and someone I was managing decided to work with her backpack the whole time, and she knew the rules, but I just had to work around it. But she did her job.
Right.
And so tell me about Cloudinary.
Cloudinary is a media technology company for working with images, working with videos, for transforming and manipulating it, and it has an API that you can and different SDKs that you can easily change media on your website and make your website much faster and everything else.
So I don't have a website, but tell me how that will work for what I do. So I do right now. I'm just doing small films and video editing, photo editing. How can I apply your technology to what I'm doing?
You actually can. So there's two major parts of the component of Cloudinary. There's the digital asset management area, and then there's the API. So the API side is like for, if you want to implement it or in code. And then the digital asset management portion, you can actually just log into the website cloudinary.com and manage your images. So what you would do is upload your image or upload your videos, and you can do video editing or photo editing right within the platform. And with the free account, I think you can only upload up to like 10, maybe it's 10 gigabytes or 10 megabytes. I forgot which one it was for video. It might be gigabytes. You might have to double check that. And if you let's say you want to do text overlay or rounded corners, or you want to change the coloring of it, cropping, you can all do that with little options that you click on, and that will edit the. And instead of making lots of versions of the image, it's actually just using the same version of your image and adding parameters in the URL that will manipulate it in that way.
Do you have a demo?
Yes, there are different.
Do I have to enable screen sharing or file sharing?
Sure, I can share my screen.
Oh,
okay.
Hold on,
let me bring a browser up first.
Okay.
Let's screen. Host disabled participant screen sharing.
Okay, share screen. Okay. Oh, no, that's me. Okay, so I have to enable it somehow. How do I do that?
Let's see. Maybe, I think my options might be a little different on my view. Maybe right click my name or click next to my name. Maybe there might be some kind of drop down above the chat. I think there might be some options there.
Okay, so there's a more button and so there's chat, stop video, make host, allow record, rename.
If you make me a co-host, I can share my screen. That's what I do for when I have presenters on Zoom meetings.
Okay.
Makes it easier for me. Wonderful. Okay, now let's see.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so here is the documentation. Cloudinary book. Use images as text textures. So this is just. Let's see if we can find.
Is it possible for you to take a screenshot of our video and then edit that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, easily. Yeah, you can. So let me just edit this real quick and see what this looks like. So basically, in the URL, you can just take an image, and then you can turn it into a word if you want.
Okay.
So, see how I'm taking this image
and
then just adding parameters and saying, hey, I'm going to use this font style and font type, bold, and cut the text into the words hello in caps.
Okay.
Hit enter, and then you can basically do photo editing right in the URL.
Oh, wow.
And I never knew anything like this existed. Like when I was shown about this platform, I'm like, oh my gosh, why isn't everyone using it? And the main thing is like most people don't know stuff like this exists, and they're used to like their own process with working with media. So there's like endless things you can do. There's just so many features that like I still am learning.
How would you edit a video though? Because video editing is a lot harder than image editing.
Well, with videos, it's more like cropping it or cutting parts of it and putting, images over a video. You can remove backgrounds over videos, stuff like that. You can add words and
blur things on video. Like if there's a brand you don't want to sponsor or it wasn't a paid sponsor.
You can blur, yeah. There's actually a plugin that will blur out words. Like if you have 5,000 images of vehicles and you want to blur out all of their license plates, like with this platform, you can just install a plugin that will like automatically do it to all of the images rather than you manually having to do it to each one. Or maybe you have 50,000 images where that you need a crop of just like their face in a picture. You can do that with one of the features in Cloudinary, face cropping. So
your customers are mostly developers, or not? It would be like more for a company that's B2B, not a B2C.
I would say, half are developers, half are non-developers. You don't have to be a developer to work with this, but being a developer gives you more options and more flexibility. A majority of the customers are e-commerce that sells products and need to be able to consistently change their media dynamically. And when I say dynamically, I mean like within less than a fraction of a second to be able to change a lot of your media through your entire application.
No, well, not just media.
Download it and change it. Like you need to be able to do it right in your system. So like when you log into Cloudinary and let's say I'm signing in and I'm going into my library. Let's say I have a folder here called CNN and I'm running a website CNN.com, like as like for an instance.
Yeah.
And I have a folder of like 50 images that I need to like change really quick and change out a word. Maybe I had the word Trump, but I meant Obama when I was talking about something over 50 different images. I can instantly change that right in the back end because it will be linked to my application. If that makes sense.
So that would be. Can you give more? Can you? That was kind of
like for example, if I have this image here, you would use the image that's located within Cloudinary, or you can have it linked to Amazon S3 or wherever you have the image. You kind of have to have them linked to Cloudinary in some way, so that way, and then put those images into your website application or wherever you're using it. Or you don't even have to have it. You can locally store these images and use it individually by just right-clicking and saving it, or just downloading the image. After you edit, you make changes. Let me just open this up. There's so many different options.
So you host a SaaS. This is a SaaS platform.
Correct. Like you can see, black and white. So I just made it cartoonify. And then I can just right click and save it, or just download it. I can crop it. Crop image. And then I can save it like that.
Okay.
I can right click on it, save image. So it's as simple as that. It's just like a fun tool to, like, for your example, your use case. It's just something that you'd have to play around with and kind of see how useful it is. Go over the processes that you do when it comes to like editing. Like, what's like the biggest thing that takes you the most time?
For instance, so if you have like text, let's say, on the on that image there, and you want to type in text, and then it will change on the URL when you save the changes.
Yeah. So what you'll do is when you're looking for the code to do that, or the information, do Cloudinary text overlay, and then you should find examples. Add a text to an image, and then you just click it, and then look at the example here. So this is what the code that you have to write. So can you see the URL at all? So basically,
it's tiny.
Yeah, I don't.
Hey, can you zoom in?
There we go. I can't on the URL part.
Oh, okay.
But basically, like, knowing what to put in the URL is all in the documentation. All you have to do is look up what you're trying to do, and it'll tell you what to put in there to add it.
So you can click somewhere on the website, and it'll show you the language, and then I don't know if you can zoom in there.
So let's see, cloudinary.com/cookbook, and just like look up what you're trying to do, or look up by tag what you're trying to do, and it'll tell you in the URL how to do it. It'll tell you how to do it in Ruby, how to do it in PHP, Python, Node, Java, all the way down.
Okay.
But if you're just trying to do something quick, like, you can do it right in the URL. Here's a video example. So now if I remove the word flip and press enter, it flips around.
Oh, yeah.
So I can remove, so it's cropped with a 500. I'm removing that in the URL. I think that made it smaller. It tells you more things you can do, adding a video watermark as an overlay. So let's see. this is just all stuff that you can. There's like so many things that you can do. You'd have to just like go through and read about it and learn about it.
And so let's say an image
Okay.
already has a text, like, and you're saying the image within the text within the image can be changed.
If you drew the text, if as part of the image, you can't edit it. It has to be added through Cloudinary. Like you have to have
Okay.
the original image uploaded into Cloudinary, and then you can manipulate it and
Okay.
have the text, and then change the text dynamically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it saves a lot of time for just sometimes basic stuff.
Yeah. So what are these, so these are for your customers or startups, just people who have their
Yeah,
own website?
we mostly web applications, businesses that sell products, and developers that are just trying to work on media optimization on their web applications to make images and media and videos load faster. And instead of having like 15 different versions of an image, you can use the same image and just keep changing it based on changing the URL.
And that way you'll have the original and then you'd have the save
Yeah,
changes one.
exactly.
Okay. Well, that's exciting. And yeah, is there anything else you want to brag about your the company you're at?
Um, they're an amazing company and really care about their employees. Here, let me move my Zoom back over to the screen. They care about their employees and really, want us to be healthy and comfortable. So, for example, they let us buy some things related to like ergonomics to be more comfortable sitting at a desk. They gave us options to move to part-time or 75% of the time if we wanted to, for less pay, of course. And if we want to spend more time with our family, and they're checking in on us and throwing virtual fun events like a lunch hour and stuff like that, just to get us to communicate and collaborate. And yeah,
So you just
really
have
good.
lunch with your coworker digitally.
Yes, yes.
Okay. And
There's a lot of different little events. We had a virtual baby shower to surprise one of our colleagues. It was really nice.
that was exciting. Did you give her a virtual gift too?
There was a diaper raffle where if you donate a buck or gift a box of diapers, you get into a raffle. And then there's a bunch of different baby games, like unscrambling words, and to win prizes. So it was interesting. I've never done anything like that virtually.
Oh, well, that's fun. Yeah, it seems interesting. It's a good way to engage with your coworkers.
Yeah, definitely.
And are you guys hiring?
Um, at cloudinary.com/jobs, there's always positions that are there, and I think we're doing hiring for like really urgent or important positions that we need now, which I'm not sure which ones those are. So it never hurts to just apply and see what happens. So
Yeah, and so you have, very few positions open because you're still sort of a startup.
um, I think we might have like 30 positions that are up on the jobs page. There's always new positions that are opening up, and some of the positions is going to be like on halt for interviewing, and some they're interviewing now. Like every team and every department is different.
And so I remember when we had a weekend in Bremerton and we had this event. So how are you applying those set of skills to where you're at now at Cloudinary?
On the events related stuff,
Yes.
I've been like building a community of media developers with my coworker, um, and I've been running a program called Media Developer Experts, and basically we're recruiting and bringing in experts that care about media technology, and they're out there in different developer ecosystems advocating the use of media and how to use media to other developers, and it's been a fun ride, and it's a lot of work, definitely.
Well, I look forward to using Cloudinary for my projects, doing short films and photo editing.
If you do make something with it, like I'd love to see your work, of any of your transformations you use Cloudinary for.
Yeah, then you can showcase it, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'll show it off on social media.
That
Your
sounds
first Cloudinary transformations.
that sounds awesome. I'll give a testimonial too.
Awesome.
Great. Well, is there we're about to wrap things up. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
That's it. Well, thank you so much, and yeah, it's been a good day.
Well, I'm glad, and it was we had a pleasant event, and so now I have to figure out how to post it online. And
Well, good luck with that.
thank you.
And yeah,
Yeah, and then you
wonderful
what's that?
and have a good evening and or dinner if you haven't ate yet. I'm about to go smoke up some food.
You're gonna smoke up some food. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm kind of hungry. It's almost dinner time. Yeah. Well, enjoy have a great dinner. Bon appetit, right?
I will. Definitely.
Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye-bye.